Hello children, have you ever wondered where does the food we eat come from? For example, dosa. What is the material used for making dosas? Rice. And from where does rice come? It comes from the plants. Now let's take mutton biryani. From where does mutton come for the biryani? It comes from the goats. So we depend upon both plants and animals for our food. Let's understand our interdependence of each other.
Plants and animals also depend on each other. We have learnt that plants make their own food. They make their food from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. This process is called photosynthesis. Plants use only a part of this food. The remaining part is stored in the plants as sugar and starch. Certain animals eat these plants and grow. Some flesh-eating animals eat these plant-eating animals. During respiration, animals give out carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide goes into the atmosphere.
This is then used by the plants to prepare their food. This process continues. This is the cycle of interdependence of plants and animals. We know that all human beings and animals cannot live without air. The air we breathe contains oxygen.
All living beings take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. If this process continues, all the oxygen in the atmosphere would be consumed and the atmosphere would have only carbon dioxide. In the absence of oxygen, no animal or human being could survive. We cannot remain alive without oxygen. This is due to the presence of green plants on earth. The green plants play an important role to maintain oxygen in air. The plants absorb carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. Hence, we can say that plants maintain the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide.
If there were no green plants, there would not be enough oxygen for men and animals to breathe. If there was no carbon dioxide, green plants would not be able to carry out photosynthesis.
Proper air, water and sunlight. Plants need air, water and sunlight to grow well. Plants should be given water regularly. In northern India, some plants are damaged due to severe cold. Plants need manuring and proper soil. Plants need minerals and right kind of soil. The minerals are supplied to the plants through manures or fertilizers. If plants do not get proper minerals, they die. Plants need protection against pests and diseases. Pests and diseases cause harm to the plants. Insects damage the plants, their leaves, even their flowers and fruits. To protect plants from these harmful insects, the plants should be sprayed with some pesticides and insecticides. These kill pests and insects. Our country has rich, beautiful forests. Many animals live in these forests. The animals get shelter and food from these forests. We get wood from the forests, which is very useful for us. The forests give us many useful products. Forests give us wood for furniture and houses, and paper, Forests are also useful in many other ways. The forests prevent floods. They do not allow the soil to be washed away. They also help in bringing rain. However, there has been destruction of our forests. Man needed more and more timber. As our population increased, forests were cut down to make more space for buildings, new towns and industries. More land was also needed to grow more food. Sometimes fire destroys forests.
The destruction of forests created lots of problems. Our government is now taking steps to protect the forests in our country. The government has launched many programs to save forests and plant new plants. You must have heard of a program of tree plantation called Vana Mahotsav Saptah or the Forest Week. During this program, people plant trees in large numbers in various parts of our country. You can also grow saplings of trees in your school or around your homes. The trees not only help to maintain the balance of nature but also make our surroundings look beautiful and pleasant.
Children, like plants, animals are useful to us in many ways. Like plants, animals also need care and protection. Animals need food, shelter and water. They should be groomed and cleaned. They should be kept in clean sheds. They should be given clean drinking water. The water container should be cleaned every day. Animals need food to build their bodies. They must be given proper food at certain fixed hours of the day. If the animals fall sick, they must be treated. Proper medicines should be given to sick animals. There are special veterinary hospitals for sick animals. The waste of domestic animals such as dung, urine and decaying fodder should be properly disposed of. It can be dumped in a pit where it will become useful manure for crops. These days, the animal dung is used to make gobar gas. This can be used for cooking. If we look after our domestic animals, they will give us products of good quality. If a cow or a buffalo is given proper food, its milk would be of good quality. The animals living in forests, deserts and lakes, etc. are called wild animals. These are also useful to us. Many people kill these wild animals. This is called hunting. The skin of animals like tigers, cheetah, deer, lion, etc. is very valuable. Some people kill wild animals for fun. So animals are also hunted for their meat. Today, many wild animals are dying. The cutting forests and forest fires make wild animals homeless.
These wild animals must be protected, otherwise they will be lost forever. Our government has taken many steps to protect our wildlife. Under this program, they have set up many national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. The government has also framed certain laws to protect our wildlife. Everybody should obey these laws. The important sanctuaries set up by our government: Jim Corbett National Park in Uttaranchal, Kanha National Park in Madhya Pradesh, Hazaribagh National Park in Bihar, Bandipur National Park in Karnataka, Bharatpur National Park in Rajasthan, Kaziranga National Park in Assam and Madumalai National Park in Tamil Nadu.
Do you know what our national animal is? Tiger is our national animal. And what is our national bird? Peacock is our national bird.
So today we discussed so much about animals. We are not allowed to hunt and kill tigers, peacocks and many other species. These animals are now protected by law so that they do not disappear from the earth. Because if they disappear, the human race will also disappear from the face of the earth. Now that we spoke about plants and animals, I'm sure you must be hungry. Go eat some food. Till we meet next, happy learning.